One more time.
It's 6:33. This is the official informational meeting for the 2026 Town of Bakersfield Town Meeting. I'm going to go through the warning, and if anybody has questions, feel free to speak up. Number one, while the legal voters of the Town of Bakersfield, Vermont are hereby notified and warned to meet at the townhouse in said Town of Bakersfield on Tuesday, March 3rd, 2026 at 10 a.m. in the forenoon to consider and act on the following articles and vote by Australian ballot for Article 2. Polls open at 10 a.m., closed at 7. Number one, to elect a moderator. We do this every year. Nobody else has stepped forward. We will be nominating John West. If anybody else has somebody else that they'd like to, then speak to them now. Okay. Number two, to vote by Australian ballot, the following offices in question. A, shall the town appropriate $440,000 for road work? B, shall the town appropriate $421,509 for the town? C, the Bakersfield Conservation Commission, the BCC, asked the voters of the town of Bakersfield to approve the establishment of a conservation reserve fund to be allotted for the conservation projects, including agriculture, forest, wildlife, recreational, and other use consistent with our mission. The fund will be used to leverage additional monies to support these kinds of projects. Monies may accumulate over time before being used on specific projects. The Select Board will oversee the fund. The BCC is asking the town for initial investment of $10,000. Discussion. Would you, for the record, please come forward and turn the mic on? What? Okay.
Specific or just funds in general?
Funds. Well, there's nothing in here, is there?
Could you come up to the room?
Come on, you stay there.
If you need another chair, grab that one right there. Pull it
So-
right forward.
Okay. The first year that we got funds from the town was 2024. And we were born in 2009. And so all those years we have self-funded. Our big self-funding event was the Better Back Roads. And we earned about $3,300 for that. And then we have gotten certain people donating here and there. And our big project was the town park, when that was $60,000. And because the town agreed to put up $20,000, we received $40,000 from Vermont Housing and Conservation Board to preserve the town park. Over the years, we've successfully written 13 grants. And the latest one was $15,000 for planting trees in town. So,
And so has that money always run through the town, or how? I don't understand how you function.
well,
The money just comes into the town?
the grant money comes,
We put in and then you vote on the budget every year, in the items to let them to have money. The money's to function.
Check. So what's the long range goal with the initial 10,000? So I think I missed it in here. There is
There is
fund?
an explanation.
Yes.
Yeah, you read the
yeah, I
explanation.
read that, yes.
The initial ask is at the 10,000.
And then what's the long range? What do you expect to do
we're-
that again?
Yeah,
or-
we're hoping each year that it will be 5,000, so that it will add to that. So
I'd like to speak to that initial 10,000.
yeah,
Due to an error on our side of the table, this was supposed to go up last year. So there's technically a year behind.
And that's why it's-
yeah. Thank you, Lance. Yeah. So it doesn't. It's not a fund that's earmarked for anything in particular. It's going to roll. It can roll. So if we do 10,000 this year, 5,000 next year, it can keep rolling. But what it means if we have those funds, if an opportunity
Right.
comes up, we have the money to be able to use. And if you need to have a little money in order to be able to get
Right,
more money.
Also, we do read and see a lot about other towns who have conservation commissions, and is this how, generally speaking?
Yes. Yeah.
So
There's Enosburg,
Montgomery.
Richford, Montgomery, they all have
Right.
there and have done some pretty amazing projects.
Will the will the select board have a say over what happens with this money?
Yes, the
Yes.
select board will actually oversee everything. It comes through, we would put our project proposals to
The
them.
BCC is a municipal entity, and the select board would have a final say.
Yeah. So we're not, yes, it's not going to just,
Got it.
it's not for everyday operating expenses either. It's totally not for that. That's a whole separate piece. This is a separate ongoing fund.
All right,
So,
thank you. I'm good.
You.
Any other questions?
Excuse me.
thank you.
I'd like to backtrack just a little bit. On the $440,000, you might take note that that's down $10,000 from last year. And the general operating fund of $421,509 is only up about 2,500. So we are making an effort to keep it down as much as possible, knowing or not knowing what the state is going to do. Where are we? To elect a select board member for a 3-year term and a select board member for a 2-year term. Questions? Lister for 1 year of a 3-year term. Auditor, 2 years of a 3-year term. A lister for a 3-year term. Thank you. Planning Commission, 2-year term. And Planning Commission, 1 year of a 2-year term. Number 3, to act on reports of various town officers as contained in the current financial statement. That's where we get to hear where we made our mistakes on the town report. So, number 4, to elect the remaining town officers as required by law. A, first constable. We won't be electing a second constable this year. We have hired a part-time person who lives in Georgia to be our animal control officer.
Nice.
So that line was meant to be deleted. Collector of delinquent taxes. D, grand juror. E, cemetery commission, 5-year term. F, library trustee, 3-year term. G, library trustee, 1 year of a 3-year term. Trustees of public funds, 3-year term. Number 5, shall the town vote to have its property taxes due on the first Monday in October? Number 6, shall the town authorize the select board to set a tax rate to cover expenses as voted? Number 7, shall the town authorize the select board to borrow money in anticipation of taxes? I don't see the need for that, but you never know what might happen. In 19, we had to borrow. And in 20, we had to borrow. I think that's the last time we borrowed. Shall the town appropriate, number 8, $10,000 for the paving grant fund, matching funds for grants? Shall the town appropriate $10,000 for the bridge repair fund? Number 10, shall the town appropriate $34,400 for the new equipment repair fund? We like to keep a standing balance of $45,000 in this fund, and that's what it'll take to bring it back up to the $45,000. Shall the town appropriate $20,000 for the new equipment fund? Shall the town appropriate $50,757.28 for the H.F. Brigham Library for 2027? Number 13, shall the town authorize surplus funds in the amount of $2,589.77 from the H.F. Brigham Free Library's 2025 operating fund to be transferred to the library's improvement fund? Number 14, shall the town appropriate $5,000 for the Bakersfield Historical Society for 2027? Number 15, shall the town appropriate $4,500 for fireworks for the annual July 4th celebration? Shall the town, number 16, shall the town appropriate $20,000 for the Cook Cemetery and Maple Grove cemeteries for 2027? 17, shall the town appropriate $5,000 for the Bakersfield Veterans Memorial Committee? This is a newly appointed committee. One of its members is here.
Yeah,
Not a member.
no.
I thought you were. My apologies, Todd.
So this is meant to start a fund. And then each year, whatever it would cost to put names on the memorial, we would come back to look to recoup that cost to keep it at a $5,000 level. Mike O'Rourke is the actual chairman of that.
Thank you. 18, shall the town appropriate the following sums of money: $500 for Cat Crusaders of Franklin County, $600 for the Missisquoi Valley River Basin Association, $200 for Franklin County Industrial Development Corporation, $1,945.50 for the Northwest Solid Waste District, $5,000 for the Fairfield Community Center, $500 for the American Red Cross, $200 for Vermont Rural Protection Task Force, $150 for Franklin County Senior Center, $500 for Care Partners Adult Daycare Center, $1,614 for the Northwest Regional Planning Commission, $2,776 for the Visiting Nurse Association and Hospice, $100 for Green Up Vermont, $1,500 for AgeWell, $1,000 for the Lucas James William Memorial Youth Fund, $95 for the Vermont Center of Independent Living, and $100 for Lori's House. And number 19.
Jump in there.
Yeah.
So with those sums of money that we get these every year that these organizations request money. So we have asked, and I think it was pretty much we succeeded this year in getting an actual budget and not necessarily a line item, but a real good idea of how that money is impacting Bakersfield, so that we know when we're voting on these, how the town is benefiting. And we're going to continue to do that so that we really, just to make it fair for everybody. Obviously the Red Cross is a very different organization from Cat Crusaders, so we don't expect huge depth in terms of a budget or a report, but just so that we know what's going on. So we must succeed in doing that this year, and it seems look right now. All of those, yeah.
And that's for the select board use. Those budgets didn't make it into the book.
Not yet.
But they will.
They submitted, so they sent They sent something that said, we'd like this money and this is what we're gonna spend it on. And it's in here.
Like
So
page
that-
55 is the Cat Crusaders.
Is that the wrong, is
Yeah.
that a bad example?
Well, I'm just saying it was the top one, or 56 is the Missisquoi River Basin,
Yeah. So it starts in
And
like
then
page
page 56.
56.
Which one are you looking for?
Well, I'm still confused about the Conservation Commission, and I am also very concerned about the community center. Okay.
Last year, for a little review on this, last year, these were all voted on as a block.
Right.
And that was by petition from the floor. We don't have to do that. It
Right.
takes a lot longer to go
Go through
each one, but
Right.
you have that option.
So the Fairfield Community Center,
Yeah, I don't see the number. I don't see the-
page 61.
Yeah, I have it, but their number, yeah, I'm trying to help them get this right.
Oh, you mean the 5,000?
The number is not isn't in there. Anyway, we'll work on it for next year. Thank you.
Okay,
Oh,
thank you.
it's an article.
It is an article, but they're saying that in their, like each one of, like this is Square River, it says in their request how much they want. In their explanation, it tells how much they want, and the community center needs to work on it.
But it does give a really good explanation.
Yes,
why the money's-
what you were looking for,
So
but
that
you're
was-
looking for a budget.
We were asking for budgets, yes.
Not as clear as we.
I
should.
just want them to do it.
It's a work in progress. We're working on it.
We're just trying to make sure that the voters have as much information as they can get before they determine what they want to do.
Yeah.
So will it come up for vote?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on there to vote.
I believe there was a
Fine.
second page that went with that, and we probably forgot to put it in the book is what I think.
Probably.
Because there was a request for the 5,000.
There was.
December 1st next year.
Yes.
Yes.
That's a
Yes.
question.
Yep.
Heather has a question on the board.
Heather,
Hi, all. So
Hello.
is, I hope you guys are having a good evening. Is there a way to get these all on the actual ballot? Because it just feels like, as much as I love being in person and having an actual meeting, could we eventually move this to meeting and discussing about all of these items and then actually have the vote on paper, so we don't have to go to the meeting to vote?
It's in there.
Are you saying every article, or are you just saying?
Everything that's asking for money, I think we should be able to vote on it individually, and it should be when we go to the ballot, the actual ballot, just because it feels like town meeting day, because it's in the middle of the day, it's really only targeting a certain demographics. It's not able to target working families.
So
And-
Yeah.
I could say everything in item 2, which has the town budgets, not the donations, but the town budget primarily is in the large budget numbers are Australian ballot, which is what you're asking. And then some of the offices, I don't want to use the term lesser offices, but some of the offices like First Constable and all that, item 4 will be done on town meeting day. And then there is a little bit of money down at the bottom with the bridge repair fund and all, which will be town meeting day. You're asking for anything that has a dollar amount attached to it to go to Australian ballot.
Like, is it on Australian ballot separately for the Cat Crusaders? Although that would be, I would vote for that, just saying that, because I love cats, sorry. But are all those things individually on the town ballot now? I can't remember.
no, they are not.
Meeting day.
Those are the things that I think would be helpful, because it would allow people autonomy to be able to vote some things in and to vote against other things. And I know that takes away from the an ability to adjust. Like, I know on the floor you could say, well, how about, instead of 3,000, we can do 2,000. And I know that takes it away, but it also doesn't give working families the opportunity to be there. And let's face it, if there were every town member showed up, you wouldn't be able to house them in that room. So we're not really set up for it. So I think I would like to see eventually, and it would make me feel better as a taxpayer to be able to vote on this um, on the paper ballot on meeting day, and then meet together, still have town meeting, meet together and discuss all the budgets and everything we're discussing, and then just have the separate vote on a different, maybe later that day or on a different day. But it gives people the opportunity to actually get their hands on a ballot and physically vote for something, regardless if they have to work or not.
Paul Stanley?
Yes. So Heather, just for clarification, are you saying that all of the line item of 18 in our warning would be on the Australian ballot?
18's all the donations, Heather.
Yes,
Okay,
She asked for any, I never.
That-
I don't-
yes. Anything that, anything that, anything that requires us taxpayers to have to give money to anybody that's asking, we should have the option to say yes or no for, different
would be something
items.
to think about.
We will certainly take it under advisement.
Yeah.
What I would suggest is you bring it up under item 19 at town meeting day.
Yeah.
For this
Oh,
year.
that's sneaky. I might not be able to be there, but bring it up. I'm just picking on you. I know
Right.
what you're saying. So I just
Yeah.
will, yeah.
And it came up too about the amount of time that it takes to go through all of those individually. But by the time we get done arguing over whether we're going to block vote it or do it one at a time, you spend
could've-
more time on that than you have going through all of them. Right, Mr. Montmayor?
I'm with you.
I think it's something we take under advisement and look at
Yes.
next year.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
can't do anything about it this year, Heather, but
No, I know. And I was just picking on you
Right.
about, are we zooming the actual town meeting day so people
it's
can,
It's recording
Recording.
because nothing, you would only be able to watch it either way. You can't do anything by way of logistics or voting via Zoom for town meeting host.
Right.
So you have to, it's in person only.
okay.
But it will be recorded.
It will be recorded
Have we
and
confirmed?
I'm sorry.
Have we confirmed that?
Well, I can reconfirm it.
No,
It
it's
was
not-
it was set up months ago, so I just have to go
Yeah.
back to
We're good.
Northwestern,
Yep.
the recording studio Northwestern Access, and make sure they're sending a tech up. If not, we can set our own camera up and record it.
yeah.
That one there.
But I also think this is something we should talk about sooner rather than later, because all of this comes up really, really fast. So if we haven't discussed it in September,
Yep.
Yeah.
it's going to be
No,
too
I
late to
agree.
get it
And the
done.
other thing is, this isn't the first time it's been brought up. We hear different variations. Last year, there were a couple people suggesting everything go to Australian ballot. And then it's a moving town meeting day to a weekend so that it could get more town members. I've heard many of a person make a suggestion on how to get more bodies so that they feel that the vote is more well represented.
Yeah. Line 2B. Is that a different term for the general fund?
Yeah, that's the
Yes.
general
Yeah.
fund.
That's the general fund.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, yeah.
And as we said, that only went up 2,100 or 2,000,
Yeah.
21.
Yeah, 21 something.
$2,150. The road work went down 10,000.
Yeah.
We worked, Lance's point, the board worked very hard to try to get reductions or keep it as close to where it is today because we have no idea what's going to happen with the tax rate. So we tried to save it in our, in our expenditures the best we could.
Yeah. I'd like to come back to the Conservation Commission. And as far as handling the money and decisions, and the select board would have the final say. From a historical standpoint, is there good collaboration between the Conservation Commission and the select board?
Yes.
I would like to say yes.
Yes.
I hope that
That's
they
same
feel
here.
the same, but
Yeah, you guys have been very supportive of what
Okay.
we've been trying to do.
Okay. Yeah. And in the same tone, the Brigham,
The library?
no,
Academy?
Brigham Academy. And it seems like somewhere in here that has been talked about.
I don't think we have
No.
this one.
No.
It's not in this one.
Just the library.
Just the
Okay,
library.
Yeah.
but is there still a Brigham Academy committee?
I refer that to Lance.
it's because I'm on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We have not met in once since I was elected to that committee.
and how long's that been,
2
Nikki?
years ago.
2 years ago. Yeah,
Mainly because, to be honest, I'm not sure what the purview of that committee was to begin with. But I think the town has since voted to move it in a new direction, to Brigham in a new direction. You know, we voted to allow the select board to sell it for $1 and all of that stuff. So I'm looking at that, and he's not looking at me, but.
No, that was by Australian ballot.
Yeah,
And it included the entire town or all those who chose to vote.
yeah.
And it basically gave the select board the authority to
Right.
sell the building to a proper cause.
right. That was voted on.
That was voted on.
And quite overwhelming.
Mhm.
Overwhelming.
And that was on the Australian ballot, so the whole
Right.
town had an opportunity to vote on that, I believe.
Right,
So I'm not sure that committee really has a purpose anymore.
right. So maybe it should go off the books.
But that's.
Well, it's not really on the books right now. It's not even a part of the town.
Well,
meeting.
there are 3 people who are elected, they're
Right.
listed.
Yes,
They are in the book as.
Yep.
I was just looking at it because.
yeah.
I'm not sure you can do it.
I remember seeing it too, but I don't.
Well,
remember
yeah,
where it
yeah,
was.
Sarah Joe was the last person in 2024 voted on
Right.
to a 3-year term, but we don't.
Where are you, John?
Cheryl.
What page?
I'm looking at darn it, I thought I muted that. I'm looking at the last year's
Warning?
warning that has
Minutes.
last year's quote that has 2024's warning in it as well. So
Right.
what I'm seeing is the last time we brought it up, town officials, section 4, Brigham Academy Committee, 3-year term, Sarah Joe was voted in. As for 2025, it was not, I'm just making sure I'm speaking correctly. I know
Right.
It was not a part of 25, and I don't think it's part of 26, is it?
Yes, it is.
That was, yeah,
Whose term is up?
Cheryl's.
Oh, yes.
No, it's on.
He's not.
Yeah, but we don't have it.
We don't have it
we
on
don't
the
have it
agenda.
online, so it's not going to be voted on during town
It
meeting.
is, wasn't deleted from the town officers.
Right.
And we are not voting this year
What page?
on a new member. On the new book, page 4.
I think that's where we caught it. Yes, there we go, Lance. Okay. Right, Brigham Academy Committee. Okay, that's, yeah. Yeah. So Cheryl's is 2026 then.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm wondering if there should be an action to
Disband.
disband the committee.
It's not on the warning, so
No, but I mean, it.
we can handle that in a regular select. board.
I think it's a good point, Paul, that we have this sort of floating
Right,
committee that
Right.
doesn't do it.
right. Maybe just for informational purposes, I could bring it up under a business
Mhm.
at town meeting.
Okay.
Just keep in
Right.
mind, and I just had someone else ask if we could put something to a vote. Anything that you bring up under 19 is non-actionable. You can only talk about it. As I told the individual who wanted to know if they could bring something to a vote, I said, what you can do is get a petition together, put it outside Kathy's window,
Thank you.
and just let people know if they're interested to sign the petition to get it on the next ballot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is in November.
And FYI, night realty management under Mr. and Mrs. Jason Savoy were the people that took this on. Since then, they've formed a new group. They call it the Climb Group, CLIMB. And it's Jason Savoy is a managing partner and Jeff Patterson. They are the ones taking on this project.
Or
Brigham.
Brigham. Okay.
I don't have a lot of definitive information. Final plans have not been set. They're looking at somewhere in the neighborhood of 16 to 18 apartments. The last time I talked to Jeff Patterson, it is in their plans to keep the gymnasium. So
Oh,
Yeah.
And when
they
they have a year, and when is their year up that they have to come to us with a?
when did they sign that contract, John?
It was
3 months ago?
Yeah, it was only a few months ago.
3 months ago, I think.
Within
So they've got about 9 months left to firm up the project. If they have
There is a
firm,
timeline then.
yes.
Uh-huh.
What we did was signed an agreement with Climb Group to not sell Brigham to anybody else for 1 year. Well, they tried to raise money and come up with plans.
Okay.
Okay. So that gave them some time
That just-
without pressure on their back from somebody else.
Okay. So that secured the building for them
Yeah.
For 1 year.
for 1 year.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Just to point out, I don't think anyone else has come forward since.
Right, right. But it protects them. That's understandable.
Yeah.
Right.
I think this group has refurbed older buildings in the past.
They have done older buildings in the past. They've done nice work. I don't think they've taken on a project of this scope yet.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
it's new ground for them and hopeful ground for us.
right.
Yeah.
It will be for, I don't want to say elderly, senior housing, yes. 55 and over.
Right.
55 is about senior.
Yeah. I'd like to be 55 again.
There you, sir.
Right.
Let's
Right.
not go.
Right. Yeah.
Good.
The fireman and us, could we get the handicap, this ramp, has that been shoveled? It has.
Two guys who handle it are in the back.
All right. Thank you.
Do
See
it.
you next Tuesday.
So do we want to make sure no one up there has any questions?
Does anybody that is visiting us on screen today have any questions?
And do you have the list? You have everyone who can.
Take yourself off mute, Rosalie.
I didn't realize we could go back. Carolyn was talking about the BCC or whatever it is there. I have a question for Carolyn.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh. What's it on June front?
Yeah.
Actually, you know me, Carolyn. I have more
Yeah.
than one, probably. When you're talking about the conservation programs, I've learned a lot since I've put my farm into conservation and stuff for easements. When you guys, if you get the $10,000 and you put this all together, my question is, let's just say John West or Lance decide they want to be able to get some of that funding. How does that work?
Like the-
No,
Can't touch that.
They
It's
can't touch
earmarked
it.
to the BCC.
we can't.
All we do is they present the project to us and we collaborate and move forward or bring up
It's
concerns.
not individuals coming to them asking for funding. It would be.
It's when like an opportunity comes up. It's like kind of an asset. To me, it's kind of like a real benefit to the town to have this fund sitting there because we never know what kind of an opportunity might come up for us to write a grant. Maybe we
For matching
find a need.
funds.
Yeah.
It'd be
Well,
for
no,
Not
matching
even
funds.
matching.
not matching funds, no.
Um,
It's a sort of a start. It's like seed money. If we have a small amount, Alex could probably answer
Yeah.
that too. If you have a small amount, it shows how willing the town is to back a project.
And the funders really love
That's
that
when you're
support.
writing grants.
And if you look on page 46, I think it is, in the town report, there's 4 or 5 examples of other towns. One is Enosburg, who, with $10,000 from their fund, they got over $100,000 to buy that Island View Park. And I understand that part of the property that was conserved with that is eventually there's going to be Habitat for Humanity 2 houses on that property. So we don't know what kind of opportunity might come up, but to be ready for it we think it's really important.
Okay, because when I went through mine, there was Cold Hollow to Canada, there was the Housing Conservation Committee, there
Yeah.
was Vermont Land Trust.
Yeah.
So I guess that's what I'm trying to figure out, how it not necessarily separates, but so so in other words, the select board, if you get this money and you have it set aside, what is it going for, like the hiking trail up on Mount whatever it is, up
No.
Waterman
No.
Mountain Road?
No.
I mean,
No,
what is it
nothing.
going? What's it going to be used for? I guess
It's going to be put to one side, essentially. It's not everyday expenses. Things like Shattuck Mountain, the trail, the town trail, those come out of our regular budget. The conservation fund is a separate a separate piece of funding that would be put to one side. It can be rolled over and over. We would come each year probably to ask, could we do it again? And then when an opportunity comes up, we have the money to be able to go forward with the project. It's not just for every day.
Let me try to get to what I think. Is this, not only is this for grants, is this also for land purchase?
It could be for
It could be.
anything that comes up that would be beneficial to the town in terms of conservation use.
Historically, what it does, it leverages a lot of other money. If we have a little bit of money, like even $10,000, it could leverage a lot of money from a funder when a project comes up that we feel is important.
It's pretty impressive to look at what some of the other towns have done with their funds. And it's statewide. I just found out there are 55, I believe, towns across the state of Vermont that have these conservation funds. And they've federal money, state money, all kinds of different money. They've raised a lot. And it's a really useful thing for the town to have.
And to your point, and you brought this up before in other meetings to us, is that it was to, and I think you brought it up a moment ago, but it's to show the town's backing, right? It's to say that we have a stake in this as well, and we're serious in whatever it may be. The town's serious in the conservation of land and or, land.
Yeah.
So, and that carries weight in some of these decisions in these grants.
Does the select board of the town of Bakersfield, do you have any projects, or Carolyn or anybody have any projects that you've been looking at? Or is this just, I don't want to make it sound like I'm putting it down. I'm not. I'm just, is there some, because I have a lot of people who want me to talk because they don't want to talk. So I'm asking their questions, their concerns.
Are you asking, do we have a specific project in mind? No, we don't.
Do you have any? Do you have any? Because I heard that
not
earlier.
At this point.
No,
not at this point. It's something that we're trying to do very proactively so that going forward, this is what we will have in place so that when something does come up, we can act. Because we'd be ready.
Yeah, they can't ask for the money in June when it
Yeah.
turns around and the opportunity presents itself. to show that they have town backing, it's way too late.
Yeah,
That's
'cause-
why they came to us last year and it didn't make the book. And that was an oversight. It was in time. We just didn't get it in the book for 5,000. That's why last year at town meeting day, when it was pointed out to me, I said, next year we'll just double it and we'll explain it. Because their intention is, at least the discussion originally was $5,000 a year. This didn't crop up this year. It should have been handled last year, and this just being an addendum to, or an addition.
I think that's what some of the concerns from some of the people that have spoken to me. They know I have a mouth, but anyway, was where the 10,000 came up. Why 10,000? Why not 5,000? Or why not 20,000?
It is because they asked for 5,000 last year, but the problem was their request was in time, but unfortunately it was misplaced and it didn't make the book.
Yep.
And you put that on us as, the folks in the government side of the house. It was misplaced at the time, missed and overlooked, and didn't make the book. So we agreed that this year, rather than start at 5,000, because they really wanted to start this fund a year ago, we would ask for 10,000 and see if we can't get this started, this fund.
So is that something that can be, like somebody was asking, or like Paul was asking about being able to request a lesser fund? Will that be able to be discussed at town meeting day or not?
This is not this is Australian ballot. So we wanted it to go to Australian ballot because we wanted the entire town to have a voice in it, to Heather's point, to have a voice in this item. So the idea was, and if I'm stating, you guys step in and stop me, but the idea was that we would put it to Australian ballot and let the town decide if they wanted to do this fund.
And
Thank you.
And partly because, to that point, the whole point is that this is seed money that shows there's enthusiasm from the town. So this is just a way of showing.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Carolyn, and everybody else. Thank you.
Thank you, Rosalie.
Are there any further questions?
Just two more. So does that mean next year it will only be 5,000 or
Yes.
less? Okay. And then who decides, like, is this when something has come across, is it just going to be moved on by the committee, or will the town have input on how they feel like they're
The committee will present their paperwork and arguments to the select board. The select board will make a decision.
The request.
Okay. So
And
when
then-
you do that, that's a warned meeting, so people can come in and say,
Absolutely.
Hey,
Absolutely.
we don't agree with it.
It'll be the second and fourth Monday of the month. They're all warned. Come on
Yeah.
out.
And
Yeah.
on all of our meetings, all of our minutes, everything else, they're warned, they're posted. Everybody can read them, so you can follow along with what we're doing month to month. You can see what's coming up. You can see what we talk about in our meetings. So
You're also welcome to these meetings.
yes, please,
Yeah.
please.
I would suggest from committee member to committee member is when you post these things, turn the comments off. Because I think it's and definitely if you're on the committee, don't respond back to the committee to other people, because that you have to wait. There's open meeting laws requirements, and one of the open meeting law requirements, I believe, stated if you are posting it if you are posting it on like a Facebook resource, if you're on the committee, don't respond back to the people in that line, because it can cross some guidelines. If I remember correctly, I'm sure.
The only reply you have is come to our next meeting.
What's that?
So the only real reply that you can give is attend our next
Yes.
meeting and bring up your concerns.
Exactly. So it's kind of like it's like I noticed some towns are just like shutting the comments off of it so that there's not the engagement.
We do it with the town crier. The town crier doesn't allow comments. Right.
Yes.
It's a notification.
Right.
It is not a it's not a interactive
Discussion.
communication.
Right.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. That's just my 2 cents worth from what I remember reading about the new laws that, and that it will stop a lot of the arguments between town members.
Thanks for clarifying that. I appreciate that.
But also reach out to Catherine Dimerick. I think she's on the phone. she was.
She is.
Or she is. She might be able to answer that better for you, so, than me. It's been a while.
Paul Stanley.
Comment in reference to the money being set aside. I think one way to look at this is that when we're competing for grants, that if we have to come back for a vote to the town, the grant's gone way by.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
So this money is blocked.
Yes.
So that the Conservation Commission or the Select Board can come with a project for a grant and have that block of money available without any vote.
Right.
And I think I read somewhere that there was talk of maybe some land purchase. And would like to come back to an example that we worked with through MRBA, Missisquoi River Basin Association. And just a reference, we put over $1 million worth of grants through that organization last year. And with that, we did a land purchase in the town of Jay. And I'm telling you, that was the biggest headache that there ever was, because we were dealing with politics in the town of Jay. We were dealing with grant politics. We had to have money from one that had to be done before we could get money from another source. So I would just put that out there for reference. And if you want more information, go to our coordinator, Lindsay White, and she can fill you in on it. But just a word of caution, if you're looking at purchasing land, have your ducks in a row.
That's the goal, right?
Yes.
Point
That's what
well
we're hoping to
taken.
try and do.
So thank you, everybody, for attending the informational meeting. We need to get to the normally scheduled meeting that's 20 minutes late.
Thank you all for coming.
Stay and put something up at the end. Otherwise, thanks for coming.
Okay, at this point, it's 7:20, February 22nd, 2026. I'd like to call our regular meeting to order. 23rd, excuse me. On the consent agenda, first item, previous minutes.
I would like to
Everybody
make
have-
the motion. We accept the minutes as recorded and sent out.
Okay, motion's been made, second. Okay, motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed?
Aye.
Pass 4 to
I'm
nothing.
sorry, I didn't say nay, but
What?
I said, didn't mean to, I already said.
Tom is not here tonight. He's here first meeting of the month. Visitors,
Tim?
Mr. Smith.
Paul, can we get Tim up here for a moment? Thank you. Is Greta with you?
No, Greta, but Catherine's online. Greta had a meeting in London. So Catherine joined us.
Excellent.
So and with me are two of my board members.
You can come up if you
Come
want.
on
them.
up front.
I think they might be shy. Both own property in Bakersfield, actually. Mike O'Brien.
I don't know.
Oh, I thought you did.
No, hell no.
Oh, you're.
I'm Fletcher.
I thought you told me you did, and then Evan Brandon.
Yeah.
So I think they own a few acres.
Just a couple.
One or two. So thanks for having us. So FCIDC, we try to get around to every select board. We've tried a couple of times. Weather and other things haven't cooperated, but we made it tonight.
Thank you for finally making it.
Yeah, so probably here to talk about two items. One is Brigham Academy for sure. And then maybe to answer some questions about Franklin Foods, because I'm sure there's Bakersfield residents that work there, I would guess. So we can touch on that a little bit. But
Cream cheese.
cream cheese, yep. That's scheduled to close June 30th. So we can touch on that a little bit. But first, Brigham and Catherine, jump in, feel free to jump in. Greta and I met with Jason Savoy and, night, construction company on, last Friday, I believe it was. And we just got a feel for where they're at and how we might be able to assist them. So they're trying to get some, estimates relative to a number of different aspects. The roof, ground, coring, brownfields. They're trying to line up all that in place, and they'll share that with Lance, ourselves, and regional planning moving forward. We also wanted to check in. Sure, the town might have expended some dollars on that with your legal fees or anything like that. We had committed. And we still have on the table dollars to assist. You know, if there's something we can assist with, and we told Jason that for our dollars, I can't speak for Catherine, but our dollars, the priority set cost for Bakersfield. And if you don't have anything or nothing substantial, we would roll money over to help offset some of the engineering cost, some of the brownfield costs, to help them put their package together so they know what they're in for, moving forward, the project.
The only real legal fee, if we even occurred was when you had them review the proposal.
Yeah, that was it.
I think that was, and I think like we went through it first, so I'm not sure what we really.
If there's nothing, Todd, as things move forward, if you get into something, just don't hesitate to call us. I think Catherine's in the same position.
We haven't incurred any expenses that we can't handle, so.
If you something, let us know for sure. So Jason's gonna try to pull that stuff together, and we'll have a better feel once we get those numbers. And FCIDC may assist him to offset some of that cost just to keep it moving forward. So,
Can you do me a favor, just for the record? Can you give us what the acronym stands for?
oh, sorry about that.
Industrial development.
I just wanted that up here.
So Tim Smith, Director of Franklin County Industrial Development Corporation. So thank you. So that's any questions on Brigham?
I know he's met with Alex to try to find out some grant information and stuff like that from the town as well.
So we did talk about some grant, historic preservation, that type of stuff for sure. And we'll look at a few options. I don't, the tricky thing is it's not for profit or nonprofit is where the money's at. It's harder for a for-profit entity to be eligible for some of those grants. So we're looking at a number of different items for sure. So as far as Franklin Foods goes, one was FCIDC pulled together. We have I'm not sure what the official name, advisory committee or ad hoc committee, but we pulled together individuals from the town, UFA, City of Agriculture, Leon Berthium's on our board as well, former co-op CEO. Who else did we have? UFA agency, and John Abbott for sure, and then town manager John DeSaro. So I think we have 12 on the board on the committee. And we just John Abbott wants to move forward. We're trying to keep the doors open in some form or fashion. So we've reached out to a number of entities. Evan just shared another one with us that might be interested in utilizing the space for sure. They may continue with production of a couple of the products. The company that purchased them will not know to continue cream cheese because they were a competitor, and foods taking some of their market share and whatnot. So yeah.
Question, Tim, how many people does Franklin Foods employ?
125. So if John is able to work it, support, we can offering it to him. If he can make it work, the employment definitely won't be to that level by any means. They'll be able to utilize the building, and I'm just spitballing here, but 5 jobs would be a good starting point if he could save those. And then to grow other aspects of the building. I mean, what's nice about it is the building will be terms of HACCP training with food, dealing with food items and all that. So they've got a strong workforce. So we just continue to look at options and see where we might be able to attract some new.
Isn't it like a 5-year non-compete?
5-year cream cheese, 5-year non-compete.
After 5 years.
When the company's pulling all the equipment. So it's not gonna.
Yes, they're the actual, technically second owner after the original owner. So the original
Right.
owner sold, then they sold. I was originally sold article.
Company. So it's just different mindset, different processes, if you will. And so they wanted out and they sold to this other company, and they are the ones that are calling the shots. And they haven't been engaged more than 3 months. So John Abbott, who is still plant manager and knows the business inside and out, is committed to trying to make something happen with the building, keeping some of his employees, and we're trying to assist him. So we're meeting, the committee's meeting every 2 weeks. John's working on a business plan now. The Agency of Commerce has brought a couple of leads to the table. So the big piece would be trying to find some capital working capital to keep the doors open in the short term. So.
And where are we with the Perigo thing as well? Because we have people from the town right there as well.
Actually, just for today, set up a call for next week with the management team from Ireland. We've had ongoing conversations with them. They sort of put everything on hold till 26 first quarter, not knowing. So we're hoping to get a little more information. A couple of things that come into play is I serve on the Georgia Industrial Development Corp board, and we plant for Perigo. So we produce about 200,000 gallons a day, of which Perigo will take, and that's a good day. Perigo will take about 95% of that water. And the good news was last Tuesday or Wednesday, they actually took 212,000 gallons. So they're still making product. Where the issue lied was that the reason they were downsizing here was they're putting money into a plant in Wisconsin. And so supposedly, and we'll get confirmation next week, supposedly the Wisconsin plant has just come to a standstill. Things aren't going smoothly there. So that we're hearing, I know you're right. So we're hearing that instead of a 27 closure, it could go into 28, which is good news. And then if they can't get that up and running, maybe there's more opportunity. But so that we'll know more next week. But they're still looking to employ, and I get, the unknown is tough to go out and apply for a job.
Hard state to have an industry, and I hate to say it that way, but it is very tough.
Yep. So that's another huge. So between the two, we could lose in a 2-year period. We could lose about 650 jobs.
Big hit.
Yep. So, and to your point, the good news, to that is that that we'll make ourselves a little more eligible for federal grants, that we could potentially invest into the Franklin Foods facility if an opportunity came along where we needed equipment. We're open to working and trying to find some funding that could help them sort of
Gotta be some sugar making stuff that you can do.
reach out to me. I know there's a lot of them, including, yeah.
Hiring you first.
So there's, yeah, a lot of moving parts. But once again, I can't say enough about John Ovid and what he has going on. And I don't want to forget about Catherine going back to the academy.
I think you summed it up nicely, Tim, that NRPC has been working together with you and the property developers, and we're available to help with grant writing and support. And we do have a small amount of funding available as well that, if not needed for the town, we can use to either help to move the project forward or potentially leverage some grants if there are opportunities we can find for private developer.
I would also add that regional planning is on the Franklin Foods Committee as well. Catherine and Bethany members have been participating in that as well. So it's a county effort for sure. Just trying to keep a hold of some activity for sure. So
Thank you for coming out and meeting with us and giving us, unfortunately, some bad information and some good. So
yeah, no, it's my joke is we haven't seen much Canadian activity for because of tariffs and the boycott, and now it's even that much worse since we beat them in hockey.
Yeah, right.
So right. You covered yourself.
Jeff had relayed to me last time we spoke that they were in a kind of a slow spell on Brigham, and they were hoping to hit it soon and have most of the paperwork and plans solved so that they could hit Brigham itself as soon as the weather broke. So
Yeah, he said
fingers crossed and hoping they're able to do it.
yeah. So we'll for that, see what we can. But he did say he had hoped to have it in a couple of weeks, and so we'll see where we end up.
thank you.
Thanks for having us. Appreciate it.
Let us know
For
too,
hopping
Tim.
on, Catherine.
I was gonna say, let us
Take
know if
care.
you need any support letters or anything like that to help the Franklin Foods or
Appreciate that. Yeah.
Georgia. You know, town's more than willing to give that support.
I'll we'll keep you up to date.
Great.
Hoping good news next week when we speak to. And I would just add that the folks from Perigo, the folks in Ireland have been more than willing to talk and they're upfront with us, and
Yep.
so that's been real nice to have that connection. So
Good to hear.
yep. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Good night. Nice seeing everyone.
Safe trip home.
Thank you, guys.
Linda McCall.
Come on down. You're the next contestant.
Okay, I got 3 items.
Okay.
First one is on behalf of the Cemetery Commission, and it's about the woodpecker tree.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah, the one in the middle over here.
so
He's ate pretty
we're
good.
concerned that, it's going to get to a point where a wind could topple it and drop it on some headstones and damage them. And is it a possibility that you've got hold of those folks and they're going to come back and take that tree down? Or
No.
does our road crew?
Did they not honor the agreement?
There, we spoke with them briefly about, removing the trees, but nothing was ever brought back to the table, so to speak. I don't know. I think the people that were working here were just workers and not the ones making all the decisions. I mean, I don't know. I mean, my suggestion would be to call DJ's Tree Service or Barrett's and get an estimate and just see if somebody could take it down just to move forward. That would, that would be
Okay.
my thought process.
You know how the contract paperwork reads, for the town? When we have a project that's over 600, the first thing they ask, do you have anybody in town on the employed by the town that can take those down? Or are you having to seek an outside contractor to do that? So.
Mark Allen used to do the cutting for that. I'm not going to volunteer.
Okay.
Is that anything that you guys are willing to tackle?
I'm honestly not comfortable with it only because the location that the trees are.
Okay.
Where they are.
Then I would suggest that you contract
Okay.
the job.
Very good. Thank you. Moving right along.
Just add to that note, my understanding was was it just a verbal agreement? That,
Yes.
Can we send them a bill?
We need to bill them for their
Yeah.
dumping and
It's-
for the storage of their vehicles then.
No, we can't build them.
You can do what you want, but I don't.
Because Mac made us believe that that was an agreement that he made with the person that was
Yeah.
in charge of that group.
They
So, I
don't
mean, all we
own the
can do is
chip
bill
over
them,
there.
like you say, they either pay us or they don't. But I'm a little upset that they were allowed to dump all that stuff there if they weren't
Months and months.
months and months of it.
Actually asked to do that, if they could dump the chips there. And that's partially my fault because I said, go ahead. And actually by them dumping the chips there helped us dramatically on pushing that stuff back because it was all
Right.
people, somebody, I'm not gonna say any names, was
Right.
dumping some pretty big stumps. That made it really difficult to push that over. So actually those chips worked quite well in our favor. And I think few townspeople did come and take the chips for their garden, so I mean, something to think about there. I mean, you could send them a bill, but they actually did a hell of a job cutting trees
Right.
around. So it's like, well, 6 of one, half dozen the other.
Yeah. What we were told by Mac is that there were the trees here in the cemetery and one at Brigham Academy, they were going to cut before they left.
Yeah.
They're still working in power.
But not up here anymore, right? I don't think they're around. I don't think they're up here anymore
They
though.
don't. I still see their trucks here 2-3 days a week,
Who are they working for?
so I don't know if they're just.
No. The
Vermont Electric
Massachusetts
Co-op, aren't they?
company.
Co-op?
It's worth asking.
Yeah.
Because we had that agreement, and if they choose not to honor it.
Fine.
We can always go back to it out. Seriously, we can always go back and say, hey,
I personally don't remember any agreement.
I think it was before.
I think it was,
That
I
was
think,
Mac,
no,
yeah.
It's there.
I don't, yeah,
Okay.
you were, okay. All right.
I mean, maybe
No.
beyond me standing there, but I don't remember being any agreement.
Okay, no, that's good to know. Thank you.
It's something I don't know.
I'll see if Mac got any contact information from them about it. If
Next.
Okay. We got some time to play with.
Number 2, Linda.
Number 2. I'm not on the monument committee, but I'm a resident and I'm a veteran. And as a Marine Corps vet and an admin officer, when I look at some of this stuff that our monument committee is doing, it's kind of fingernails on the blackboard. And I sent you an email about the policy.
Yep.
The policy, it's the worst policy I've ever seen written.
Linda, then you take it back over.
So
That's the way
it
I
should,
look at it. We did
it
the
should
best
be
of it.
organized, concise. It was obvious where you copied it from the website. You still left the Arlington name on there for
Been
Arlington,
changed.
Massachusetts.
She has the correction.
Well,
And I'm only one member. Talk to Mr. O'Rourke about it. He's the chairman.
okay.
But don't be so critical of stuff. People are doing this
Hey.
in the kindness of their heart.
Well, the select board is responsible for what goes on the website. And I think if they saw that, they'd be a little embarrassed.
our website?
On your website? Yes,
It's been
And-
corrected. It did have Arlington in there by mistake. and
it
it's
still
been
does.
corrected.
But it's been.
Tammy has the corrected version if it hasn't been put out.
It's on the application. It still says, on the policy, you changed it, but on the on the application. It's still there. And a memorial is for dead veterans.
What's that?
A memorial is for dead veterans.
Can't hear you, I'm sorry. What kind of,
Veterans on this memorial are, a lot of them are still living. Okay. If it was,
I didn't know. No one told us that on the committee that it had to be dead people.
only if you call it a memorial. It's a monument.
Okay.
It's a monument like an honor roll, and that's the way it was.
Okay.
And they used to put stars by the ones that died. But if it was a memorial today, there'd only be 4 names.
Okay.
3 from World War II and
I would invite you
Lucas.
to the next meeting to sit in and tell us what
Well-
you would like to have done.
Okay, copy me. Also, and I discussed with you, you got 1 name on there that you changed the legal name.
And
And I know that he wanted his middle name used, but you could have put
so the
the
committee
first
knows
initial.
stepping off this committee effective immediately.
So touch point,
Hmm?
you know, because I have no idea of what.
What a legal name is.
No.
Yeah, no, I know what a legal name is.
Situations here.
I don't understand the situation per se. There's a committee in place. You
Yes.
should be going to the committee and talking to the committee.
Okay, you
then-
appointed the committee, so the buck stops here.
Have you talked to the committee first?
No.
I sent an email.
Did you
On
go
one.
on to, have you gone
Send me an
to
email.
the committee, like their meeting and had a conversation?
I have
with
not
them?
been aware of when their meetings were. I'm not copied
Well,
on that.
Ty, can we
They're
get a?
warned, they're warned on the town website.
There you go. So I would strongly suggest you talk to the committee first, and then they can bring forward whatever
Okay,
changes or concerns. And if you don't get any action from the committee, then come to us, but we shouldn't be the
Okay.
first stop.
okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
You had a third thing. You said 3 things.
That was it.
Oh, I'm
So
sorry. I thought you
the
said-
changing the legal name
Oh,
and the
So-
policy.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, I would appreciate if you can go to that meeting and just point out the policy pieces. I'm sure we can make those changes and get that corrected. The legal name, using a middle name versus an initial or whatever, again, bring it up to the committee. And if you still feel you're not getting representation or not being heard, then I would suggest coming here.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
you're welcome. Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too.
Thanks.
Have a good one, Linda. Grants, Mr. Barkley.
See you in a while.
You
Well, with
want,
the weather.
right? We didn't get a snowstorm tonight.
Yeah, let's not get into that.
Yeah, winter's never gonna be over, right?
I don't feel like it is.
I apologize, I can't get on the Wi-Fi, so if I need to look up anything, I don't have access, so
Sorry, we purposely cut that out for you.
just for me, oh, that's fine.
Yeah, well, are you trying the free Wi-Fi?
Yeah, the hotspot. Is it gone?
What happened to the hotspot?
Yeah,
So who set it up?
Showed up and said the state was putting hotspots in.
Yep.
And that we were supposed to have free access to that for like a year.
Okay.
We never ever got a bill and it lasted longer than a year. But all the free ones just disappeared. I think the Jollies left.
That's what, actually, there was a
Yeah.
post about that like 2 months ago.
yeah, it says this network has been disabled. That's what it says when you try to connect to it.
Did you guys like disable it? I know because I was on the committee to get it over originally.
Hmm.
Did you guys do anything on your end, or did somebody show up and take the equipment?
No, it just wasn't accessible anymore.
Okay, so the equipment is still there. You might just have, I think,
I don't even
yeah,
know. I don't even know who put it in.
I can't hear her.
Yeah, that's why I
Um,
just noted.
I know the Jollies took theirs down. When Stewart's, they physically took theirs down, and I talked to the manager over there, and I said, you have to, that's not equipment that's owned by you folks. That was granted to the town of Bakersfield, and we chose that area to put it on and was given permission by that. We need to get those back. So I was unaware that it's down everywhere.
There
That one was
was-
taken down. It may have shut the other one down.
There were there was post about 2 or 3 months ago that said
Why is it gone?
the library's missing, the Jolly's missing, and here is missing. Not even 3 months ago.
Because I think eventually we were supposed to pay for that. And I think if we stop paying for it, they shut the network off, is what my guess is.
Never received the bill, is what Tiny's saying.
Yeah, I can reach out to, I think it was Northwest Regional Planning Commission that, oh, who was it? Oh my goodness, it's been a hot moment because it was like during COVID, it was put on like 21.
They just showed up and stuck it outside on the porch.
Right.
Yeah.
We have no idea what it even was.
Yeah, if
And
you
they
could
said,
check,
you know, we get it free and then we could pay for it. We never got a bill or we never.
if you could check on that, Heather. that
Yeah,
would be
I
great.
will. I assumed that they were working with the town about it. I didn't realize they were just like,
Funding ran out, apparently. So back to you. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me know if I can find a grant to get that back on, I guess.
that would be great. I'll reach out to Catherine, Northwest Regional Planning Commission, and trying to find out who's behind that, because if you can get a grant, that would be great, because we did notice that is a huge issue, specifically because we don't even
Yeah.
have cell service in the area. So if there's a car accident somewhere, you know,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
like, or
Yeah.
even for people when there's power outages, I always would come and hustle and work right next to the town office. I'll turn my car off and work remotely from my car. And so now nobody has that opportunity anymore. So, you know, that's
Oh, see if you can find the answer. to this stuff.
okay.
Yeah.
We'll do.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.
I digress. So we haven't met since December, so it's been a minute, like Nikki said. 54.25 hours billed to the town so far. Again, our agreement's through June. So I'm kind of going back since my last presentation to you in December, but we passed on the Vermont Recreational Trails Program full application, so we did not do that. I did attend the library trustees meeting in January. They are planning to submit an application for the Department of Libraries has an RFP out right now called the Public Facilities Preservation Initiative. It's funding that comes down through HUD. And I also met with the librarian Hadley. And so we're going to be working on that. It's due at the end of March. And I'll talk a little bit more about that later. Met with Climb Group. I know there's been a lot of discussion about that today. Hot topic when there's movement, I guess. Sort of where we left that meeting was I will continue to kind of keep an ear out for funding mechanisms, grants that could potentially support that project. So it was good just to get to know the fellows working on that. And
Just a note on that, Alex.
Climb Group, what?
Climb, CLIMB.
Climb Group, yeah, Jason and yeah.
I know there are many grants available out there that would require that the town of Bakersfield still own that building.
Yep.
We've discussed it amongst ourselves, and we don't really want to own the building.
Right.
Done. I'm not saying we can't discuss it with the Climb Group.
Yep.
And come up with something, but
there's some instances I could see where you might act as a fiscal agent and still be able to be the lead applicant on a proposal, but then you would be subcontracting to the group. Of course, it depends on the grant opportunity. You guys know that, but for instance, community development block grants do that all the time. I see cities in Vermont, that contract with a nonprofit to fulfill. Jenna's Promise does that. I know I've worked with them before, seen their work happen. But there are opportunities that act like that. Because as you just heard from Tim Smith, it's so hard to get grant funding if you're a for-profit entity. Yeah. And I told them that too when I met with them. They had also kind of been juggling like whether or not they want to form some sort of 501c3 for part of this work. And I did give them a couple models to look at. I used to work for a housing organization that did the for-profit management, but then they also had like a nonprofit that provided services to the residents to help keep them stable. It's done, it's been done. So if they wanted to do something like
I
that,
know
they could do that.
Jeff had stated to me that he might or was looking to possibly negotiate with the Historical Society and form some sort of partnership with them in order to take advantage.
Yep. They would be acting as a fiscal agent, basically. So whether that's the town or the Historical Society, you have to have the status, right, to apply for these grants. Yeah.
I think we are more than willing to be creative and
Yeah.
look, but
Yep.
at the end of the day, we don't want.
No.
And that's fair. And then related to this, I did conduct a little research. There's a new program that the state's been touting called the CHIP program, the Community and Housing Infrastructure Program. So I'm going to go through these opportunities in a little bit more detail. So I'll start with the libraries one that I'm planning to work on. The thing that I really need to ask you for tonight is a letter of support for the project. It does require that for municipal libraries that the select board provide a letter in support to make the application valid. So
Do you need the letter tonight or do you need it?
I need the letter by the time we submit it, but I would recommend that you vote to support the project probably, so that we can get a letter drafted and, signatures on it. This is the Department of Libraries Public Facilities Preservation Initiative. It's grants between $100,000 and $400,000. There's no match. It's to maintain, repair, or improve existing buildings. Their rubric leans heavily towards small public libraries in rural towns. So I do think that they have a good chance at getting it. What the project scope is that is being discussed is updating septic for the library wastewater system. The tricky part about this is they won't allow you to expand the footprint, or they don't want you to expand the footprint, but they will allow for accessibility modifications, ADA compliance. And so what the trustees would like to do, they're going to have to expand that building to add an ADA accessible bathroom. So they're planning to bump out the building a little bit. They're planning to reroute the ramp to a side door to the building, have an ADA compliant bathroom. Of course, if you put in a new bathroom, you got to update the septic system, which hasn't been done since the building was created probably. So it's a big project. They're trying to pull together quotes and everything, hopefully they can. Lance, you look like you have a question. Yeah.
No, I'm
okay.
I would make the motion that we give a letter of support for that particular grant for the library.
I would second that.
okay. Motion to support.
Department of Libraries Public Facilities Preservation Initiative grant.
There you go.
Yep. Okay. How do you want to go about doing that letter?
So
Do eyes.
over the lines we both see.
Yeah, vote first.
Oh, sorry. Oh.
This is discussion.
Oh,
Okay, discussion.
Okay. Is this something that Hadley would have the information? I could reach out to Hadley and say, send me the verbiage, I will put the letter together
There you go.
and have it.
She might ask me to do it, but between Hadley and I, we can probably get you a letter.
Okay, that's fine. That's perfect.
Okay, any more discussion? Okay. Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Tammy, just for your notes, it's the Department of Libraries Public Facilities Preservation Initiative. Yeah. Yeah. I also learned that the library is going to be applying for the T-Mobile Hometown Grant, which I've presented to you all a few times now, for also the renovation of the library. Hadley's going to do that one on her own. She feels like she can, but I have offered to support her reviewing, editing, anything she might need if she needs it. The other opportunity that's sort of coming up that could also support that project or potentially other things in town. There's the Vermont Arts Council Cultural Facilities Grants. Those are up to 30,000. They require a one-to-one match as the challenge. It could benefit the library. It's for if the building provides any sort of cultural activity. So library is probably the best chance. But it could also benefit the historical society. It could do the carriage barn in the right circumstances if there's, history or things that are posted there. So the problem is with the library, they wanted, the first question they asked me is, could we use MERP as the match for that? And they can't because it's state fund. You can't match it with state funds.
MERP money.
What's that?
Where are they getting the MERP money?
Where are they getting the MERP money?
Yeah, you said, could they use MERP to match? And I said, where are they getting the money?
They already have it, right? They've already made the investment. Right.
Could it be the match? It doesn't have to be brand new.
Okay.
Because it's current.
Yeah. Right. So, you're making all these investments in the heat pumps and the insulation and all that. Sometimes you could count that as your match toward a renovation project in a grant like that. But you can't because it's state dollars. State dollars won't match state dollars. That's what they're saying.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And then the next thing I want to talk about, so this is not a grant opportunity per se. And I learned a lot. I'm not an expert on this. Go easy on the questions, but there's the Vermont Community and Housing Infrastructure Program. And I believe Tammy, you sent me some of the information about this. Apparently the state has opened up tax increment financing. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that process at all. All right, so to put it in layman's terms, it's a financial tool that towns can take advantage of. So the way that I understand it is if, Brigham Academy is not on the grand list right now, right? It's a town property. If you're planning to do 18 units of housing and it goes on the grand list, I don't know what that tax rate would be. Let's just for round number say it would be $20,000 a year. What you could do with this tool is basically take on debt service, like reap the financial benefits for the future. So let's say your tax benefit's $20,000. That's an increase of $20,000 per year. So you've now got you can utilize up to 20 years worth of financing to do public improvements to the property. So it's complicated. There's a lot of nuances to this. But, let's say the developer comes back and says, you know what, it's not feasible because of X, Y, and Z. We actually need this amount of money. But there are things you can do with it. You can do wastewater systems, remediation of lead and asbestos, brownfield issues, roads, sidewalks, parking areas that might need to be for the building. So it is a tool that could be available to you. Again, I'm not an expert in this at all, but the state has contracted with an outside group to provide technical assistance to towns to utilize this. Go ahead, John.
So I'm just trying to wrap my head around this.
Mhm.
So what you're saying is the town would collect $20,000 a year in taxes from the building.
Correct.
So in turn, we would be able to receive up to 20 years worth of that value in some form of,
You would take on debt service,
like a loan.
right?
Loan,
Bonds, yeah.
Yeah.
Bonds is usually
And
helps.
then pay against it
Right.
when
Based
we
on
get
that
the
loan.
20,000.
Right. So you basically are borrowing the future tax revenue to make the project happen.
Make improvements. basically.
Right. And places have used this, mostly for economic development. Actually, downtown St. Albans is a good example. They use tax increment financing to do that. This would be a smaller scale, right? You're not talking millions and millions of dollars, although I guess it is a few million. But let's say the developer comes back and say, we have a shortfall of $500,000, and could the town pick up these pieces of this? This is a tool that you have at your disposal. It's a rolling deadline until 2035. No commitments required right now. But I just wanted you to know that this is out there, and that the town consultants and things to help shepherd a process like this if you wanted to make it happen with this tool.
So the devil's in the details, right?
It definitely is.
So I
Yeah.
have one question. You may not have an answer.
Yep. Yep.
Is this interest-free loan?
I have no idea. Like
I
I
would say probably not.
I would, but you know what I'm saying? So
Maybe
it's
a low,
almost like a
maybe a
glorified
low
TAM loan.
interest, what they consider a low interest.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Fixed.
So it's
It's
a
a-
glorified TAN loan,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, basically.
You're just stretching it,
Yeah.
instead of a TAN loan for 6, 8 months, you're stretching
Right.
it for 20 years. So.
up to 20 years. It could be for less. Yeah.
Oh, I'm just saying, well, you could borrow up to 20 years worth of
Well,
funds.
there's a whole process you have to follow, right? Like because you would like be issuing bonds for the debt service, probably like, it has to go to the voters and things like that. I would guess, right? I only watched the intro to tax increment financing webinar. I didn't want to, this webinar series about this program is 4 hours long. I didn't want to spend 4 hours without, you guys actually being serious. Oh, we want to know more about it, right? Like, but
I mean, it's an interesting premise. The biggest thing I would want to know is tax rate. I mean, interest rates and things like that. That would be the question if this is even viable. And if we even had something that would fit this. Of course, Brigham right now fits this perfectly. I mean, it's like a box, but,
Yeah.
but, and we have someone looking to do all the work anyhow, so it isn't going to fall in our lap.
well, I mean, and quite honestly, the resources that were just at the table tonight sound more promising without having to take on debt service, right?
Right.
And so, I would definitely explore those things.
Well, if there weren't payments, okay, we're
Mhm.
using, the town wouldn't benefit from taxes on that building for 20 years. Okay. We
You
took out-
get the benefit up front,
took out-
right?
Yeah, we wouldn't benefit up front, but we'd be basically making payments against the loan
Right.
with the taxes.
Yep. Correct. Correct.
So you're right. We want to see the money for 20. We want to see a benefit in our coffers for 20 years.
At least
Not-
until the,
Not in a financial sense, on a community sense, though, there is a value proposition, right?
well, we haven't collected taxes on the building and
Right. Right.
a lot,
Right.
since it was built, probably.
But-
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean, in theory, theoretically, if you could borrow with your number, you could borrow like $400,000.
Right.
And pay it off over time and whatever that interest rate is. And of course, let's get realistic. The tax rate doesn't stay the same. So eventually you'd be making nickels and dimes. The question is, would that just be paying off the debt service or the interest rate? So it's an
But you're creating development without raising taxes for the rest of the town.
interesting
Yeah.
premise.
Yeah.
Interesting premise.
Very interesting premise.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the intro is probably enough if you wanted to like get into this a little bit more. The webinar is recorded and it's an hour. That's what I did for you all, just to kind of figure out what this is all about. And then if this is something that, kind of, you get down the line, there's more discussion and this is something you want to explore. There is an application as part of this, and I could support with the writing of that. Again, government finance is not my forte, but right. And the state has created this program so that small towns like Bakersfield can access this as a financial tool. Because cities are good at doing this. All the examples that I gave in the webinar are like Chicago and like Madison, Wisconsin, like these larger population centers that are developing, doing a large scale district of economic development or something. But this is really, the shift is really about developing housing. It's not been used, as far as they said, for housing development in the way that they're proposing
It's
at the
worth
state.
considering.
Yeah, I don't think it's something that we would say no to. We just need a reason to use it. So I don't think we
Yeah.
have the reason right now.
I mean, for instance, if Jason and Jeff came forward and said, "Hey, look, we're $500,000 short."
Yeah. Yep.
Who's saying that we have to use it for Brigham though? This is
No,
what
no,
I'm saying, we
you're
could
right.
use the Brigham funding per se, if we thought about it, we're in trouble with the town garage. We're in trouble with different buildings that need updating, town buildings that, we could technically use the revenue from Brigham for your building.
I don't think that municipal buildings would probably work in that way because they're not on the grand list, right?
Right.
So you can't borrow against the future.
Borrowing against the future, Brigham's grand list to fix town hall.
But it has to be Brigham.
But it
right?
has to be in.
No, so, okay, so you're saying you want to use the $20,000 advancement for other things? Yes,
Station
they
of,
gave some examples where they had done that, where they took out a debt service for 20 years. A portion of it went to schools because more families were coming in and utilizing the school system. A portion of it went to X, Y, and Z. So there are ways that you can structure it for different benefits. I don't know about building or maintaining municipal buildings.
This is house that we're talking about, so we've got to be development housing to be able to use that.
good housing?
Right.
It's the community housing infrastructure program. Yep.
Okay.
Gonna
Yep.
be housing.
And there are some requirements about populations, but I do think that the senior populations would qualify based on what I heard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, definitely keep that one in your back pocket.
And I haven't said anything to Jason, but I can send him the information about this if you'd like, but they wouldn't qualify. It would have to be the town that would do
Yeah.
it.
So I want to keep,
We'll just keep it in our back pocket for now. We don't want to do this unless we have to.
Sure.
If they come to us,
Sure.
We'll figure it
we
out.
will definitely consider it.
Yep. Okay. I think that's all I've got for you today. It'll be over the next month working with the library on that grant that's coming. So,
Okay.
So will you get that, you'll email, or Patty will email a letter to us and we'll sign it next meeting? Is that gonna be soon?
yeah, we will
Is
start
that
to do
soon
that.
enough?
It should be, yeah.
Okay.
If not, just let us know and we can always stop
We
here.
can just come in and sign it individually.
Okay. All right. We'll try to get it by the next meeting though. Make it easy.
Perfect.
All right. All right.
thank you, good sir.
Thank you, Al.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful night.
You too.
Sorry, gentlemen. Next time.
Roads.
We'll have time for us, that's all right.
Come on down.
Roads.
Bring it on down.
No.
Morning, as far as my brain's concerned. I know we do. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. You got a solution. Said put apartments above the town garage and then you can.
There you go.
Yeah.
Heck, I might even need a place to live.
Hi.
He's out of the house all the time. It's getting maneuvered out.
Good evening,
Good
Evening.
ladies and gentlemen. How are you?
With the latest and greatest on.
I'm phenomenal.
That's good. Does the storm missed us?
The storm missed us, yes, absolutely.
I love the fact that the storm missed us.
I know. I mean,
Here.
we've been out trying to make room, this week just in case.
Yeah.
If that storm would have hit us, we would have been having to call in some second hands,
Yep.
because there's just no place for
Like New
this.
York, you just offer people money to come over to the town garage, pick up some shovels and dig it out.
That's, garbage trucks. I mean, you name it. We could fire trucks. We could put a plow on that real quick and
Easy enough to do.
Yeah.
Put plows on the front of the garbage trucks.
in New York City.
Tell them it's snow.
Yeah. So anyhow, we got some good news.
The good one. Your truck's ready.
The
The
tandem.
big one or the little one?
The big one.
Good.
The big one supposedly, maybe if we can get if Lance, I don't know if Mac talked to you about, or Kathy talked about going in tomorrow and signing some paper. I've been signing paperwork for that truck for like a week now. My pen is wore out. I mean, I don't know what's going on. We've been trying to get that paperwork moving for 3 weeks now. But anyhow, they're saying maybe Wednesday.
Good.
Maybe.
Get it.
So,
Be in tomorrow to sign the paperwork.
right. So what's that?
When it's available.
Days from now?
Yeah.
No, I'm
Just
just.
trying to speed the week up. I don't.
Yep.
He spoke to me this morning and
Because it came to.
said, be ready to sign it.
About how you can just opt now, not
In the
sure.
warrants, we just
Anyway,
had
approval?
something for $50,000.
Oh, I didn't
That's the
see
down
this.
payment on that truck.
Yeah.
So I guess what it was for you.
Good. Right.
Real.
Yeah.
What's that? Oh, he was just mentioning that it's in the warrants.
We did the down payment.
$50,000 down payment on it.
Yep. It's a lot of money, but I mean, it's one of those things where we need it,
Right.
right? It's gonna,
It's gonna be,
You're gonna have a 23-year truck with a 25-year
right.
sticker on it, so.
It's all good. So long as the warranty starts in 25, I don't care.
Right.
Yeah, I guess they're saying it's listed as a 25,
Okay.
but I mean, it's been sitting down there for a while. I don't know what the whole.
As long as they listed it to 25,
This
it
is
would
a
appreciate
25, that's
Right.
the fast.
Yep. So I mean,
2 years depreciation on it already. I mean,
it's like we're gonna get it. It's almost like we don't even want to use it. We just
It's driven off the lot.
park it out back and just leave it for a second.
Not yet.
What,
Possibly Wednesday.
Russia.
all I want to know, all I want to
Wednesday.
make sure is the town's name is on the side of it, unlike the grader.
Yeah, I don't know.
Town's name of the house.
You know, with Allegiance being, taken over for Clark's, it's definitely, I mean, this is new process to me, but just talking to Mac about it, it's changed, like the way they're doing things. So honestly, I don't know if it'll come through with our name on the side of it, or Fletcher, or Berkshire, or New Hampshire. I don't know. I mean, we'll cross that bridge when we get it, right? Let's get it here and
Get places in Enosburg, we can get signs made.
figure it out. But other than that, that's good news on our part, and
any news on the other one?
It's built.
yeah, it's built, and that's all we know there.
Is that from New Car? Is that who we ended? Storms.
Geez,
You didn't end up going to
G-Stone.
Stone. That's what I saw.
Yeah.
According to Dodge, it's built, awaiting shipment to G-Stone.
Nice.
Good.
so I mean,
Excellent.
yeah, so I think things are moving forward in a positive direction. The storms keep hitting us here and there, but we're doing a pretty good job,
You're doing a good job.
just trying to.
Coming in the next week, but nothing
Yep.
big. It doesn't look.
Yeah, I mean, I think if we can just keep the roads stable.
Yeah.
That's the word I'm looking for, is stable. Let's just keep them so they're passable. Are they perfect? Nope. Are they bad? Nope. They're
Right.
they're okay. The potholes are coming back, so that's a good sign. Something's thawing out.
Yeah, they softened up a little during that one.
They have. I mean, just the sun. I keep telling Brian, like, if that sun would just come out and just,
Start baking it down a little bit.
Is it 40s Friday?
40s, yeah. This
Saturday, yeah.
Saturday.
Saturday, Saturday.
so I mean,
Look forward to it.
But that's gonna make frost loosen up.
No, one debate right now.
No.
It's a lovely drive to.
For a brand new road, it's cement.
36 got a couple good ones.
Good.
Yeah.
36 has one. I swear one of these times I'm going to lose a tire too.
I don't know if it's me, but I feel like they're early this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I was thinking that the other day over here, going by your house. It's like, boy, there's some pretty good dips. I don't remember these showing up till March, mid-March. So I don't know if it's a good thing that it gets it out of their system, and then we can go and.
Or they get bigger.
South of Stone's garage.
Yeah.
There's one hell of a dip there.
Yep.
I swear I'm going to lose a tire.
Yeah.
Well, you got a low in your.
Yeah, if you don't know it, though,
Listen,
yeah.
imagine how you bottomed out if you went
Yeah.
through it.
The thing with the Frosties, if you're not quite sure if it's still there, you just look at all the chunks of slush that's knocked off people's. Oh, it's still there, and slush knockers, But yeah, other than that, I mean, I think things are good. We're gonna.
What was the work you had done on the trucks?
You had truck 1 and 2 had work going on the warrants.
The truck one, that was a while ago, right?
Well, you may have just gotten the bill.
Yeah, they're both like
Wellman.
yeah, the wing was needed some help. It's just getting old, and
Yeah.
it's been repaired, 10 times, and we had to put some
Nothing new,
nothing new. We had to put some tires on the back of it. The springs, we had a problem with it. I mean, it's been going on since I started here. We were trying to figure out what was wrong with it, but it has these bump stops in the front. So every time you hit a bump, the thing would just slam and it would bottom out. And I'm like looking at it and like something's wrong. But come to find out, Brian ended up breaking the front spring.
Oh.
So when we brought it to Valancourt, Jamie said, these springs they're gone. They should have been replaced a while ago. So instead of just fixing one side, he obviously had to do both sides.
Yeah.
So that's where the money went. But it totally changed the way of the truck. I mean, just drivability of it. It's safer. It goes better. It plows better. And so, with the new truck coming now, it's like we're at a point right now where things are running good. That's why I was saying we should just take the new one and put it out back and save it for a minute, put it in a box and keep it, let's not use it just yet. Let's, because things are going good. But tomorrow we're hoping to get the excavator moved from the sand pit over to the shop. One is it needs to be serviced, so I figure a little bit of downtime, we can get after it and service it. But the main reason is our sand pile.
Yeah.
The chunks.
They're getting big, aren't they?
We're to a point, last week where we were going under this thing. I'm like, boy, this thing falls on us.
Yeah.
So we were actually almost to a point where we're really having a hard time get sand. So, I mean, we kind of backed off on sand on the roads just to try to prolong, to keep us going.
Well, if you need it over there, get it done.
Yep. We're hoping tomorrow morning, we're gonna try to get it over and
at some point, if we move that often enough and you think that we're spending too much time hiring somebody else to move it, let us know because,
Can look at a trailer at that point.
right.
Yep. I mean, Brian and I every now and then we'll get on Marketplace and we'll look for trailers, but the ones that you see pop on there that are good deals, they're gone. They don't last long. So it's like, oh, there's one, and then you look again and it's gone. So I mean, it's like,
What are
well,
they going for?
oh,
Between 15 and 20,000.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Why don't we pre-authorize them to pick one up if they see?
So how often
You
do
did
we,
back in.
so just for the sake of minutes and my brain, what are we spending
Gonna be
on
expensive
that? So
coming out of
let's
the
move
spring.
it, but-
it's about $300 per move. And I think last year we moved it what? Yeah, we moved it what, three times last year.
$1,000 a year.
Yeah, so it's about, let's say it rounded off to $1,000 a year. So at this point, it's almost cheaper to have somebody move it for us.
Yeah.
But the flip side of that is if we had our own trailer, we could move it more frequently if we really needed to. Like if we were to a certain point where we were done the job and like, well, we got a day where we're down, we could zip it over. So in the long run, I think it would make sense to have a trailer, but to have that, we're gonna have to have a class A CDL.
Right.
Right now.
I mean, I could certainly drive the thing. It wouldn't bother me a bit. I mean, I've been there, done that, but on a legal standpoint,
All we
you
need
know.
to do is get in an accident.
The flip
Right.
next to is if you've got a culvert that washes out on East Bakersfield Road
Yeah.
and you're over on Lawyer Road
Yeah.
and you gotta wait for somebody to haul it.
Yeah.
And then in the meantime, the bridge washes out down on the Lost Nation.
We stop
Then you
doing
gotta
these
wait
scenarios.
again for somebody to move it again.
Yes.
And where's your next washout? You know what I mean? It's, you roll the dice whether you want one or not.
Yeah.
You can come up snake eyes or you can come up by the six.
Like,
Yeah.
like that.
Because we're gonna have a bridge on one road go out and a culvert go out on another, now that he's talked about it.
We've been waiting probably a
Lot of
week
snow.
and a half
Lot of snow.
right now to have
Yeah.
it moved.
Right.
So it's like, I was telling Brian, boy, if the road was almost snow covered, in the middle of the night, you move it, nobody'd even know.
I think we get the person with the Class A license before we think about
Yeah, we
buying
need
the
to class
trailer.
it first,
Yeah.
unless something crazy comes along that it's like, $5,000-$10,000 and it's a good piece of equipment.
But if
We
it's
should
just
get the
gonna
phone.
sit there and not get used, that's worse for it too.
Right.
I think there was one we sold down in St. Albans. It was like 7,500 or something last year, but that didn't last. That was going pretty quick.
Yeah, like I said, that the thing when you see them, the good deals, they go fast. And something like that, I mean, buying used, it's like you never know what you're getting into as far as trailers like that. Are the brakes good on it? How are the tires? How has it
There's
been
some reason why they're
treated?
getting rid of it.
Right, either they're upgrading
Yeah.
or they don't want money pit. So it's like something like that. I would almost try to buy new. That way you know what you're getting a warranty on it, and then you just take care of it. And hopefully you're not, if you could avoid pulling it in the salt would be the ideal thing. So in the summertime when the roads are decent. But I mean,
I think Josh found some in New Hampshire that weren't badly priced for new. if
Yeah.
I remember right.
yes, sir.
What do you guys think about a 4-man crew?
I think a 4-man crew would work I guess more or less summertime, springtime would work. We're a little busier. Cause like, the wintertime, we definitely stay busy, but it's like, we're out cleaning the roads and then we're doing a shop day. Whereas he'll go one way in the shop and I go the other way. We're checking oils, we're doing this, we're doing that. So it kind of limits you on what you can do. I'm not saying a fourth person, you could definitely do some things, but if we keep getting winners like we're getting now, like that kind of hinders. You know what I mean? You spend more time doing your routes, like going out, do your route, come back in, go back out and do your route. So I mean,
With four men, you could break your day up too.
you could break your day up. We got a pretty good, I mean, Mac has been doing it for a long time. He's pretty good at coming in and doing his route. He does it fast. He comes in and I'll call him in and he does his route and then I come back and that truck is put away. He's gone. And I'm like, wow, that's pretty, I can't even do that route that quick, So
I'm gonna have him forever.
I know, I wish that, yeah, I know, yeah.
And it's gracious of him to help us, but
yeah,
that's not gonna last.
Yeah,
No, I think this is the last winter probably.
Yeah.
Rightfully so, the guy's been doing it for how many years?
I mean, like there is stuff you could do, like the sidewalks, or they're like a catch 22. I mean, you could go out and do the sidewalks 3 times a day, and you might as well just wait because the state guy is going to come right behind you.
Yeah.
Just let them clean up. I understand, people need to get out but just let them clean up the 108 and then go out and just clean the sidewalks up.
Next question. What about that angle plow for the front of the tractor?
The last conversation I had was with you. We kind of left it at that.
And I said we discussed it at the meeting.
Yep.
Is it still there?
It
was this morning.
Yeah.
Okay. They ran across the second. They ran across what they thought was a really good deal for one brand new, but then they found out they didn't actually have it.
Okay.
So on Marketplace, they found a secondhand one for $13.50.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
It's just 5-foot angle blade.
Oh, get it.
So it's,
Well, that's
Yeah. I know you mentioned it the other day.
For the
Yeah.
sake of my brain in the minutes, what would that be used for?
sidewalks.
To clean them down.
The
clean
sidewalks.
Yeah.
Yes.
The snow blower, it does a good job, except it doesn't get that bottom 1.5 inches.
Off the ground.
It doesn't scrape it.
Yeah, and then it just keeps packing up.
Makes it more.
The blade would get right down to the sidewalk.
Yeah, like the way they are now with that little bit of slush that freezes. We get a warm day. You could go out with a 5-foot blade and you're going to push it to the homeowner side, or we could push it to the curb side and grab it with the loader, but it would scrape that.
What Enosburg did today, they were
Like,
doing
I mean,
their sidewalks with the blade.
when,
Yep.
right.
I mean, I've done it,
Right.
been on the sidewalk and it's been so slippery and crusty because of that, and I've gone on the road with the dogs. with
Yeah.
not.
I mean, the bucket would do it, but then you get no place to put the snow.
Right.
No. I
And
think
at
it's
least-
for the investment myself.
Right. And most every town that I worked for the village for years, we had snow blowers. If we got like a snowstorm like they got on the East Coast, you'd have to snow blow it because the plow is not going to do you no good. But when you get these little storms, like 3 or 4 inches, whatever, you can just go out with and just clean them up real quick.
And for $13.50, yes, it is secondhand, but a brand new one's only $2,600.
I'll
I
make
mean,
the motion that we purchase.
If it
plow
wears out,
for
if it works faster, we'll just buy another one.
Up to $1,400 for that particular piece.
And what's good about it, it's made by Kubota.
Yep.
So we can detach the snow blower and put the blade on quick. So it'll be that quick interchange, and even out here where the snow comes off the roof where we can't get it with.
Right, so you
can plow.
Come in here, handicap, we might be able to it's a tool in our arsenal.
Need a second. I made the motion.
Motion's been made and seconded to purchase this used all angle blade.
Up to $1,400.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Waiting for the discussion to finish.
It's just like this one wasn't.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Yeah, I mean, the snow blower, it still works, but if you look at the thing wrong, like I have to go in the fire station and I gotta talk to it and I gotta
Kind of
bring
did
it
it
a
a couple
coffee,
times,
you
yeah.
know, like just listen,
Well, it's-
just this one time, come on, just go. So
What year did we get that tractor? Brother?
it's,
Ooh, that's.
The year, it was the year the sidewalk, the winter after the sidewalks are put in.
2008, somewhere.
It's 8 or 9, wasn't it?
It's been a while.
Yeah. Might be time to look to upgrade at some point.
well, I mean,
No, the sidewalks were in 2009.
No.
It was done since I've been here and I came here in 2013.
So
I mean-
think it's 15.
I think it was like, yeah,
Oh, sidewalks done long before 15.
Yeah.
Long before, because I.
They upgraded the side. They upgraded.
One, I would talk
Yeah.
about.
I'm talking
yeah.
new sidewalks. I don't.
Yeah, no, these are the original sidewalks.
Because I was off the board in 2014,
Yeah.
so it's long before that. 'cause
Yeah.
They'd already been through a mower before.
Oh,
I
yeah.
got the
Yeah.
mower.
Yes, yeah.
So, It had to been 2008, 2009 that that tractor was bought.
For the first section, yeah,
Yeah.
the addition was,
They're lucky.
Much
Like I
later.
said last meeting, where I came from, you had to shovel your own sidewalk. So you guys have it. You guys are doing it. We're lucky, I guess.
we could,
Well, there's lots of stretch where there's no house, as opposed to the whole green. I mean, there's a long stretch where there's.
That one, yeah, you'd have to take care of.
Yeah.
You might not have had snow like we did.
Yeah.
That's no, the difference is it melts very.
Right, but we don't need this on. 'cause
Yeah.
all right.
I think 2:00 in the morning.
Anything else to report on roads?
you guys got anything for us?
Nope.
An executive session.
Yeah, I'm gonna move the road crew job post update to the first on board business. I'd like to have you guys stay for it. If you would.
So I'll make a motion that we go to executive session to discuss. Oh God, I can't think of the term,
I second it.
whatever term it may be. Give me a moment, I'll think of
All
it.
right,
Employment.
Will we need time today to answer this?
been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye. Go ahead.
Timeout 8:30.
Now you can start.
Make a motion that we come out of executive session.
I'll second that.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? 9:14.
No police contract outreach update.
No MERP update.
Warrants and reports been handled. We've already discussed Brigham for the evening.
Any mail?
Review mail. What we've got here is,
A lot of signatures.
Just signatures.
I don't know, I'm not gonna even bother the ones dated in
We need.
2022.
Yeah.
Oh, what's this?
Just a mail thing about maybe.
Which we've seen before. It
Yeah.
keeps coming through.
I don't know why it keeps getting them out. Yeah.
Okay, to start off, we've got road certification of compliance.
Yep.
And on the second page, you need to fill in your name and mailing address and phone number. They're coming up in a minute.
Abby, while he's filling out his name and address, did we get anything from Bernie Gage through the mail yet? I haven't seen anything either. I'll call them again.
For furnaces?
Was supposed to be done weeks ago, and I keep getting told everything under the sun.
Okay, these road access permits.
I have one here. Tammy, just give me a copy. This is the one for Smith. This is on Whitney Road. So this is you, I think, have that one. And that one.
I'm not in the loose pile that you put on top. The other ones you bound up. Oh, yes, it is. I apologize. I've got that one.
Gotcha.
Okay, so these are all initial applications. No, this one is not. This one is final. Did you look at the Granger Heinlein
Yes.
culvert? Is that up to?
Yeah.
Enough? Okay, we can sign that one as well. Quimby,
Should be good to go.
good to go.
Yep.
All right.
That's on the old Dr. Judd farm.
And Smith
That's
is an initial application
Yep, that's
for
what I
a curb cut and a culvert, 18-inch culvert, 30 by 18-inch. Okay. These are road access permits. Al says they're all okay. Brian says they're all okay.
So who's signing them?
You,
Oh, okay.
second page. If you already signed on the second page, go to the fourth page. I don't.
stamp them. Just gonna give it stamp. Then we can do it.
About the third page.
Third page then.
I
Sorry.
signed on the second, I'm signing on the third.
No, not yet, because it's initial application.
Okay.
That
You only should have one
is for an upgrade.
Sign on the third page after the
Which
work
I
actually done.
never asked for. I don't know where that came. So but I did. No, I'm not, I mean, double what? I think the truck, what is it?
Yes.
I'm assuming.
This is for the town hall. That's what we were trying to figure out.
No,
I didn't know that, so I called that. Okay. We said it's just, I think it's just fine here. I mean, is that working?
If you've already signed on the second page, then sign on the third. If it's not signed on the second, sign the second.
Except for the first one.
Except for the first one, it's only second page.
Because that one hasn't been done yet.
The first and the fourth one. I think there were two of them that were third page and two of them that were second page.
Well, they have an initial page, which is, so we can go out, find out where it is, look at it and make any adjustments.
All right.
And then the second page is to allow them to work.
Right.
And then the third page is so we can go out and check it out. We'll make sure it's done to our standards.
Okay.
We asked them to do it.
Yes.
This one is just town road and bridge standards.
Yep.
We go by the state standards, so we just got to fill it out and sign it. Today is
23rd. 23rd.
Almost in March.
23rd, last birthday. 26th.
I thought that was, wait a minute, I thought President's Day was Washington.
No.
Mud season. I'm so excited.
19. I'm gonna ask my friend Google.
You can Google it.
And it is Washington's birthday. 22nd.
So yesterday.
I said the 19th. All right, you got me.
Got two of the most important presidents all done on one day instead of a whole month.
Yeah.
bridge standards.
Bridge standards back at you.
I think that should go to Alex. Or maybe Al. Tammy? Bridge standards?
Those will have to go.
That'll have to go to the state.
Yeah.
You'll have to sign.
Animal shelter. We didn't want to deal with that, did we?
Yeah.
Nick? Nikki? The animal shelter? That's why we hired somebody.
It says hello all.
Okay.
Who's this in it, I guess?
Just talking about the updates to the town and bridge standards.
Yeah, the standards are included with the paper. Yeah. So.
We just gotta,
That's yours.
we just gotta get it back.
What do you want to do with these? This one's dated 22,
Sign it.
2022?
2022.
That's something Kathy found over there in the shelf. I don't know how relevant and
They're 4 years old.
They need to be signed off on so that if they sell the property, there's been an approved act.
Wasn't even on select, well, wait a minute. 3 years. I was on the select board. I had to behave there. I'm like,
This one wasn't even signed on the initial application. Is the work done?
Where is it? Which one is it?
That,
Huff, North Ave. Oh, no, that can't be it.
No, you gotta read.
Why not? Let's say Huff. Arlington. Property, what's the address of this place? I don't know, man. Belvedere Mountain Road and Willow Road? That's his driveway?
In where?
Belvedere Mount and Willow.
2025.
This is where he wants to put that little
Driveway.
shed in, I think.
Nice
Recreational, 400 feet. Yep, I know where this is.
It's already done.
It isn't done yet.
Oh, is that the radius?
It's radio. This is that guy. Last summer we went up and looked at it.
Yeah.
Up on
Tammy
Willow Road.
filed.
Yep.
He wants to put a little tiny house in, little summertime house, one of those Amish cabins. What
Yeah.
we call those.
Yeah, he's gonna put the culvert in the driveway access rate.
Okay,
It goes down like
back to these guys here. All right, Nathan Reed,
Nathan Reed.
agricultural access. Witch Cat,
I don't remember seeing that one.
Shelby and Daniel Horrigan, agricultural access. Half mile to, that's what you got, Butternut Hollow.
Butternut Hollow. That's
Yeah,
all.
there's-
Which cat?
It's the one, yeah.
It's where that woman's killed.
Live over there? 2022.
Yeah, this is also 22. I don't see the rush on that. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
no, I
do these
wouldn't.
tonight.
Same with this one. I wouldn't, like I said, Kathy just found them and
Oh, yes.
Well, if they're done to our knowledge, we should sign them,
yeah.
but
I think that's.
If you guys have time, can you just see if this stuff has been completed?
This one here needs this page signed right here, so. you
well,
can-
we'll sign them if you say they're completed.
No, this is just so that you can start doing it.
So what's the acreage on the property and where's it at? Because this is another, is this the one that you're talking about, the tiny home? Are they
Go
asking-
up above Larry's, take that right.
Yeah, I'm gonna put them in.
You go down just. a
We'll
short
deal
bit.
with them on another day.
So they just want driveway. I thought.
You guys have been here long enough.
It'd be a good rainy day thing there.
No, it's class 4, yeah, and it's actually a private road, I believe, I don't think that's.
So we'll deal with these another day.
Yeah.
They're so.
We need
fair.
some class 3.
There's-
It's coming up on a year? No,
I refer to
Yeah.
but it's still out of date.
private drives.
So, also we had, that was the mail.
A lot of
That
towns
was
are doing it
mail.
now. There's a lot of towns doing it.
That's done. Get out of here.
Yep.
If they only have 5 or this reason. If they have,
You know what?
6 houses on.
Just so we
you know,
cover it,
throwing them up right
I'm
now.
gonna throw this in my,
Then no, we're not.
Thank
doing
you.
it anymore.
oh, do you want these so that you can actually
Then we should go take a look. See.
take a look and see if it's done, please? If you have a spare 10 minute.
Put somewhere between the beginning and the end.
If they're done, just put a sticky on them, says we're done. We'll sign all the applicable spots and file it.
Yeah, any other business?
That's what I just said. He's up to. I'm just waiting for him to call it out.
Any other business?
No, I make the move to be adjourned.
I second. I'll beat. I'll come to the same.
Motion made, seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody want to stay?
No, you want to put out the time so I can start the recording? Meeting ended at 9, what's that say, 26? 9:28.